Welcome to Tier 1 Jank. I am Marcus and I have something a little bit special for you today. We're going to be taking a look at a Dev's deck, and if you don't know who Dev is, you can check him out over at SBMTG over on YouTube. He's one of my inspirations for starting this channel. Really appreciate all the content he puts out, and he built the deck that we're going to be looking at today. If you want to check out his deck tech or the list for the deck, I'll put links in the description below. But let's go ahead and take a look. The deck is based around a combo with Command the Dreadhorde and the Wanderer. Now, Command the Dreadhorde says choose any number of target creatures and or planeswalker cards in graveyards. Command the Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. Put them onto the battlefield under your control. Now, that can cost a lot of life depending on how much you want to get out of the graveyard. And to avoid all that damage that we're going to take from Command the Dreadhorde, we're going to be using the Wanderer. His static ability says prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. So that will prevent Command the Dreadhorde from dealing damage to us. When we cast it, we will get everything out of the graveyards for free as long as the Wanderer is on the battlefield. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. I did play a couple games with the deck. It's, I can't say it's my favorite deck. It is pretty obvious that it is a budget deck. But, Dev didn't say it was a competitive deck. He was upfront about it being a budget deck. It is what it is. To round out the rest of the deck, we have some creatures here in the way of Burglar Rat. It's going to enter the battlefield to make your opponent discard a card. Dusk Legion Zealot enters the battlefield, draws you a card, and you lose a life. Orzhov Enforcer, which is a 1/2 with Death Touch and Afterlife 1. Seeker Squire, which is a 1/2 that'll come in and explore. Midnight Reaper, which is a 3/2 and reads whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. And it's important to note that if you have the Wanderer out, it'll also prevent this damage from the Midnight Reaper. We also have 4 copies of Plague Crafter, 2 copies of Mortify, 2 copies of Ravenous Chupacabra, 4 copies of Basilica Bellhaunt, and this one is going to enter. Your opponent's going to discard a card, and you're going to gain 3 life. And it's important to note that this is 4 mana cost, and you gain 3 life. So if you're getting it out of the graveyard with Command the Dreadhorde and you don't have a Wanderer out, you're going to end up netting 1 life loss. You just have to make sure that you do have the life to spend to get it out of the graveyard. And then we have 2 copies of God Eternal Bantu. He's a 5/6 menace. When he enters the battlefield, you sacrifice any number of permanents, then draw that many cards. And when he dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library 3rd from the top. And then to round out the deck, we have the 2 copies of Command the Dreadhorde that we already talked about. And a lot of the part where this deck is budget, you can see in the mana base, there's just 4 copies of Orzhov, Guildgate, 11 Swamps, and 9 Plains. So he's really keeping it low budget here. He did include a sideboard, but we're not going to need it today since we're just going to be playing a few best of ones. That included 2 Duress, 1 more Burglar Rat, 4 Freebooters, 2 Moment of Craving, 2 Desparks, 2 Gabrielle, and 2 Golden Demise. So that's what's in there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and try out a couple games, shall we? See what we run into here. if we can get an opponent. There we go. Okay, I think we can keep this. We are on the draw. We play a swamp and pass. Looks like we have Demir, maybe Grixis or Esper over there. Play our Seeker Squire. Get a Plains. Opponent has 2 Water Graves and a Drowned Catacomb. We're only seeing Demir colors so far. Go ahead and play the Plains that the opponent saw. Attack for 1 and pass it back. Could use another black source so we can play these Bell Haunts. And that was not the black source, so we'll just play another Plains. And attack. And pass. Our opponent isn't really doing much here. Looks like they missed their land drop last turn. And this turn. We got lands, we just don't have the second black source we need. That's a Plague Crafter. I think we'll just hang on to that for now. We'll throw down another Plains. Go ahead and attack for 1. And pass. Our opponent discard an Anger's Rampage. They are on Grixis here. Oh, we got a God Eternal Tefnet. We could Mortify it here. I think we'll actually just use the Plague Crafter to get rid of it. And then we'll sacrifice the Seeker Squire. Alright. We might get Bolus now. It isn't the Bolus I was thinking of, but it is a Bolus. Okay, I don't think we need this plane. We could really use a second Black Source deck. I guess we just Mortify Bolus and swing for 3. Oh. And they changed some things on the update. It looks like my little chat bubble is black there. Oh, everything's black. Well, it looks like we got Enter the God Eternal. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's Chupacabra. We could have actually commanded Dreadhorde and like got his Bolus, but we're not going to be able to flip it. He might be able to bounce it back to his hand. Alright, we do have our second black for the Bell Haunts now. He's got a bunch of cards. You know, why don't we go ahead and swing into Kefnet? Okay, now, let's see, 4, 8. Get the Wanderer back. Alright, we're doing it. We're getting back Chupacabra, Wanderer. Well, actually, go back. Plate Crafter, that'll cost us less life. So that's 7 right now. Do we go to 11 and take Bolus? It's kind of greedy. I'm gonna do it.
There are two kinds of mages. Those who lose and me.
We'll see how this goes. Now when he plays Kefnet again, we'll be able to exile it with the Wanderer. Unless he deals with the Wanderer with something else. I just really hope he's not able to bounce Bolus back to his hand. Okay, it just made me sacrifice him. And he kills the Wanderer. Okay. Alright, we got 7 mana. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, well, let's start gaining some life. Okay, that's probably not what I should have done. I don't think we need to squire them. Alright, I think we want our opponent to discard a card and get a Reaper. And then I don't care if he blocks this, I just want to draw a card. He's not going to block. Okay. It's got Kefnet in hand. Gonna contempt the Reaper. Stop us from drawing more cards. Okay, but we get to send Kefnet to the graveyard without him getting put back into the library. Why didn't I play the Bell Hunt? That would have had the same effect. That was a punt. Alright, so we just no attacks here. I should have played this. I keep forgetting that this makes my opponent discard too. I just, remember to gain life. I'm gonna go ahead and swing in. Alright, so we will gain life this time. Go all in. He draws another Kefnet. And then we're just dead, it looks like. Yep. I mean, I think even if I would have played that Bell Haunt that turn, it wouldn't really have mattered. But... And our opponent's swinging it for 8, and we're dead this turn. Okay. And we were taking 2 of them. Alright, well, let's try another one here. By the way, sorry, this is just a video instead of a live stream. I was having a little bit of trouble earlier. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything's been good since we got the new computer, but when I was trying to stream earlier, I was having some issues, and my stream health was bad, and it looked like there was some lagging, so I decided to shut it down and just do a video, or record a video rather. Dev just put this deck out earlier this morning. He said he's going to do some gameplay on it later in the week, I believe. Also, Eric over at Sideboard MTG will probably be playing it eventually. He said he's going to be doing all dev decks again. I think we keep this. So make sure you check both of them out. See what our opponent has here. Bulgari maybe. Alright, so we could explore. I think we just want to draw a card. Alright. That works. We got a whole bunch of Seeker Squires. Wow. That's the Arena Shuffler for you. Guess I could have waited to play that swamp. Looks like our opponent is on Golgari. Oh, nope, I lied. Salta. That's a hostage shaker. Okay, so let's Zealot again. And Seeker Squire. And library that. And no tax. So I doubt our opponent's gonna use Hostage Shaker this turn since he won't be able to play anything and we can only just Chupacabra. His Hostage Shaker, he's just gonna opt to cast down our guy. See if he has a 2-drop. Oh, another cast down. Okay. Joke's on you, I got more Seeker Squires. Sure. I think we can use this now. And no tax. Hostage taker. Do you have another land? Why would you do that? Why? Maybe he has a finality in his hand? I don't know. But he's gonna have to discard something again. Discards a Vivian. That was a strange choice. I'm not sure what our opponent was thinking there. Alright, let's Seeker Squire. Yes. I mean, at this rate, we're just killing everything our opponent's putting down. Hydro Recurry, so it's gonna draws one card. Okay. I'll just play crap for you again. Get rid of the rat. Play our Enforcer. And swing out. And our opponent concedes. And I think we're just kind of overwhelming them at that point. Alright, so 1-1, it's not too bad. Let's try another one here. Tough is our opponent. This is not a good opening hand. That's slightly better. Sure. Alright, no one drops, so Guildgate. Looks like we got mono red. We need more black mana. No. Draw a card. We got Orzhov Enforcer. Might come in handy. Opponent has not played anything so far. We actually just want to draw another card. Okay, I'm fine with that. We haven't even run anything that we need white mana for yet. Wow, I was expecting a risk factor or something on the end step. I wonder what kind of hand our opponent kept. Okay, so we got 4 mana this turn. Let's just swing first. Opponent does not want to block with the banneret. We will play Seeker Squire. Which gets Lightning Strike right away. We will keep that and play an Enforcer. Oh, maybe they were stuck on white mana. That's what's going on. Thought you were mono red, but you're Boros. Maybe we'll see an Aurelia now or something. Of course, he knows we have a Chupacabra that we're about to draw. Okay, attempt District Legionnaire. We need to block that with the Enforcer. Doesn't have no first strike. Okay, so yeah, we'll just block that. I'm more concerned about that than the Goblin. Okay, so I think we swing and then sack everything to Pontu. That seems good. Sorry if our opponent has another white spell to play. We haven't really done much so far. Are you gonna pump your Banneret up enough to kill Bantu? I'm okay with that. He's done his work and he'll be back. I mean, that stopped him from not really doing much this turn. He used just about all his mana. He did draw a card with the Defiant Strike or whatever that was. Okay, so I could play Wanderer, but he could have hasty creatures that would swing into it. I think we're actually going to get down to Midnight Reaper and the Burglar Rat. He's down to 3 cards. He's probably not going to want to discard any of these at this point. Unless it's some double white spell. I got rid of Tajik. Interesting. Okay, lightning strikes the Reaper. We're gonna lose one, draw a card. You got Congelli Sunwing, that's kind of annoying. Okay, so we can play that, sack. I mean, do we just kill the Sunwing? Okay, our opponent concedes. I'm trying to think about what the best way to do that was. I've only played the deck a couple times. There was a couple different lines there to take. Alright, let's do one more. But yeah, I think we pretty much had that game at that point. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you really want to help out, there's a link to our Patreon on our banner. We'll keep this. Hello, opponent. Alright. Let's go draw a card. I wonder what the Dusk Legion was about that they draw a card. Some kind of mental magic going on. Okay, oh, we got a Gatebreaker Ram. That's gonna have to get mortified. Opponent says nice. Probably just gonna play another one. We do not have a second kill spell in our hand. I think chooses to play Guild Summit. That is not another kill spell that we're probably going to need. We also don't have a second Black Source to play this Basilica Bellhaunt. So I think we want to draw another card, hopefully the Swamp. It is not. So it looks like we're facing gates. So right now we're worried about that and the monument guy. Still don't have our second black. We'll draw another card. We cannot block this, or no, we can block it, but it has trample. It's the monument we can't block. Okay, that is a Black Source, so we'll play that. But I don't think we're in good shape for this one. Unless we draw a bunch of removal. I mean, that's really what we need, is just all the removal that we have in this deck. Top deck after top deck. Here's the Gate Colossus. Blocking this isn't really going to matter at this point. We can gain a little bit of life and make them discard, so we'll do that. Discards Gates Ablaze. Doesn't look like, oh no, he could have used it. He's probably just not worried about us at this point. Well, that's something I didn't think about. We do have an Enforcer with Death Touch. Just no attacks. So we can block. Ooh, never mind. Yeah, we can block. Well, we can still block the Gate Colossus at least with this Basilica Bellhaunt. There's another Death Touch creature. I want to play Simic Ascendancy. I It's interesting because I'm not sure what he has that's putting counters on things other than Ascendancy itself. He might be playing Hydroid Crisis. That might be his plan. I'm not really sure. Alright, well, I'm pretty dead here. Yep. Alright, we had no chance in that one, so I'll give you one more game. We'll see if we can get one a little bit better. The deck's not, horrible. It's not the greatest deck. It is, if you can live the Christmas Land dream and have the Wanderer out and get a bunch of good targets out of the graveyard, then that's good. I do think, you could probably do better versions of the whole Dreadhorde and Wanderer combo with a non-budget deck. There's probably a lot better things that you could be bringing out of the graveyard and better cards you could be using in the deck in general. But I'd have to sit down and take a look and try to decide exactly what I'd want to make as an upgraded version. Alright, so Guildgate, go. Opponent is Jizz. Looks like, I'm not sure if they've changed the avatar look a little bit. Maybe just the circle around. There's a few things look a little different. Like I said, the text box is different. It's black inside there now. Can you? Oh, I was gonna say I didn't think you could meet your opponent anymore for a second. Paradise Druid. Oh, let's draw a card. See what our opponent does this turn. They make their land drop. You can play something for 4 on turn 3 if they have it. Come on, opponent. Discovery, okay. We might just end up playing Playcrafter and make him sacrifice this Druid. We'll see what he takes here. I'm not really sure, honestly. Guess it depends on what's in his hand. The Wanderer, he took the Wanderer. Okay, well let's just go ahead and make him sacrifice. No, I should have attacked first. That puts him down a mana at least. See what he's got now. Another discovery. What are you doing over here, opponent? What are we gonna see? Taking a long time to surveil. Scorpion. play this just to have a second white source. We will attack and draw a card. And Seeker Square. And get a land. See if our opponent drew anything good with that discovery. It's got an island. Most powerful card in Magic. Our opponent is just slow playing all day. Looks like he might be looking at our Playcrafter. All our creatures, what are you doing? Could have like a, okay, I know the god of turn is. Gain some life, gets a 4/4, melts us a bit. So I mean, I guess we gotta Chupacabra this thing. It's gonna be a big roadblock. That did not help our situation though. I need mill. Okay. I milled another Playcraft. Oh no. I guess we'll get rid of that. Alright, well, there's Seeker Squire. I mean, I think we just librate that at this point. Since he's got nothing out, he's going to be getting something here. Forcer. Hope we don't run into a sweeper. Like, what's the one I'm thinking of? 2 black, 2 color, this one. Ritual set. Might have like ritual set or something like that. I mean, we'd get a couple of guys from the enforcers, but I don't know if that Liliana.
The undead make great minions. Loyal.
Well, he has to make a guy if he doesn't want to lose his Liliana to the Playcrafter, so he does that.
Find in war.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because he's gonna block 2 power. That puts her down to 2. Alright, let's just swing it Lily. Oh, hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can kill Lily if we play the Playcrafter first. And he sacks us 2/2. I have to sack the Playcrafter. But then he's just gonna get her back from the Eldest Reborn, probably. What happened? Did I accidentally go through my combat phase? God damn it. I think I hit no attack and I didn't mean to. I was trying to do something else. I'm not even sure what happened there. We should have killed Liliana last turn.
A good, mindless minion.
That is disappointing. And he probably would have got her back. And then We would have had to swing into her again. And that was just dumb. Could also have something to do with the fact that I'm very tired. I have not slept. It is currently 2:22 in the afternoon. Alright, opponent, what are you doing over here? Okay, he kills a guy, we get a flyer. We play a guy, draw a card. For land, we go all at Lily, which is what I wanted to do last turn. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I'm just gonna block the death touch with the 2/2. And the Chupacabra with the Dreadhorde Ranger. Lily goes down to 4. We get another flyer. Our opponent draws 2 cards.
Waste not, want not.
Now he can't make us sacrifice 2 creatures without losing Lily. So he'll have to uptick. So that's what he does.
Effective.
She goes to 5. And our opponent's going to take a sweet time deciding what to do again. Just letting that fuse burn. Alright, Hydrate Graces. 4/6, drawing 3, gaining 3 life. I think we might have lost this one because I didn't swing on Lily. Oh, it's really disappointing. What are you doing now? You're tapped out.
Time to see you later.
You exiled your own creature? What? I'm so confused. Okay. We're gonna swing at Lily. That was odd. I'm just gonna let her die. I mean, she's dying that way. You block this Secret Squire and lose your guy, you can save her and put her to 1. There you go.
So that's how it is. I've learned much from your death.
That's phone and something else. Probably thinking the same thing about me not swinging it
Rise
early
and
though.
shine.
And it is warm in here. I cannot get the temperature right. I turn the heat on, it gets too hot. I open the windows, it gets too cold. Chupacabra, you kill my flyer, okay. She's still dead anywhere? No, he hasn't made a guy yet. Oh no, he did make a guy, didn't he? Yeah, so I can still kill her. Oh, Diva's Sanity. Okay, I guess not. Yeah, we draw land. That's perfect. Alright, you know what? I think we're just out of this one at this point. I really don't even have the mental stamina to continue this game. Oh, I can't believe I didn't swing at that lily. I meant to. I don't know what I did there. Sorry, guys. But I hope you at least got, you know, a chance to see what that can do a little bit. I don't think we got the combo off exactly. We did pull something out of the graveyard with the Dreadhorde. But it can be pretty fun. Give it a try if you got the cards. Other than that, I don't know if you guys took a look at this. It's kind of interesting. This Ravnica at War Momir special event they got going on. It's free to play. You can play as much as you want until the event ends. Once you get the 3 wins, looks like you get a Vraska stained glass art. You get 100 gold for 6 wins. 9 wins gets you Tybalt stained glass. 12 wins, you get 100 gold. And 15 wins, you get Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, and the stained glass. Also, let's say exactly, you get a deck consisting of basic lands and the 36 war planeswalkers. What they don't tell you is that there's a lot of basic lands in there. It's like I think like a 90 card deck or something like that. So don't expect like Ashiok to be as useful as he might be in a different deck. They have this little story thing here, and also during the matches you get the factory of Mormir Vig, which if you're familiar with Mormir's Madness, you'll be able to discard a card, pay X, and it'll make a random token creature card with the converted mana cost of X. Now, normally during Momir's Madness, you just get a deck with all lands. You're, discarding a land to it every time, and there's a little bit of strategy to that, which, how long do you wait to do it? Because if you wait a certain turn, you can, get to that Zakama quicker or whatever, but and this is going to be a little bit different because you're going to have a bunch of planeswalkers. You might have planeswalkers that you don't have the colors to play, so you might want to have to discard those. It just adds a different element to it. So I thought that was kind of neat. I did play like one game, but I haven't really got to do much of that yet. But you should check it out. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time, and remember to opt for greatness.